Because they're nachos.
Yeah.
So we are taking you around the nacho world with the man behind Cooking for Dads. Rob Barrett is here with us today. Hi, Rob.
Hello.
I have to tell you, you have really outdone yourself because sometimes we come up with these crazy concepts. We're like, we want lots of different kinds of nachos. Rob, make it happen. And that is exactly what you did.
Well, and beyond that, he tell you, and we're going to go through some things. You got some do's, and then you got some don'ts, and it's like I can see where you come up with the do's, but you go through so many don'ts before you find the do's. You follow me on that?
Well, we're going to try to cover both of those.
Okay.
This is like a very abstract nacho theory class we're teaching here.
It's breakfast.
Yeah, surreal nachos. Breakfast nachos are wonderful. You guys are both questioning this, and I'm telling you, this is a really good thing.
I love breakfast.
I like the idea.
Yeah.
First, the nachos basics. Get an oven-safe plate, put down 1 layer of chips, and then cover it with cheese. What we're going to do is then put that in the oven at 400 degrees for 4 or 5 minutes until the cheese melts.
Okay.
That's it. And then you bring it out. Then you put on your toppings. Like you're going to put on some bacon.
This is a good strategy. So you get that base layer of cheese melted.
Because if you put toppings on top, then it won't melt. And you get kind of like, undone cheese. So then you sprinkle on eggs.
Scrambled eggs.
That's my point. See, he's done a lot of don'ts, or he's gone.
And then sprinkle on.
Work.
Yeah, we do have a lot of that at our house. Things that don't work.
And
That's
this is like leftover scrambled eggs you actually save?
Yeah, or you can make it, if you have a sleepover and you want to treat your kids with a special thing or something.
I think sleepover breakfast for kids would be super fun for this, with this.
We actually had this morning, but
you did?
Right. Well,
why don't I ever hang out at the Barrett household? Okay.
Anytime.
This needs more cheese, though.
And then you do another little quick layer of cheese back into the oven, put it under the broiler just for 30 seconds, heat that stuff up, and then you're done.
Why don't you want to do the broiler the whole time?
It tends to burn the chips. I found that if you do the broiler for the first layer, you tend to burn the chips, then you put on the toppings, and you get a little too crispy. I mean, these are kind of done as it is, just being baked.
How is that?
So,
it's good.
You like it?
Scrambled eggs and chips.
Breakfast nachos. This is awesome.
Good.
Okay, what if you want to get a little bit more sophisticated?
Right. We're going to go far east. This is our Asian nachos.
I love this.
So we're going to start with rice chips. These are your basic Frontera tortilla chips, which I love.
Yeah.
But these are rice chips, and you can make any of these with any of these chips.
I'm obsessed with
our glutен-free friends pay attention to these chips right here.
And I'm obsessed with these chips.
Right. And actually, I think this whole thing is gluten-free if you want. We're going to, I like doing fresh mozzarella on this, but just sometimes it's easier just to get the shredded cheese. Which is the, from Costco, it's the Mexican blend, and it's so good. Okay, we're going to do sprouts. John, you're going to do some green onions.
You got it.
So do you do the same thing where you put this in the oven first?
Yeah, first you melt the cheese. That's
melt your base layer.
And then bring it out. Put on your toppings.
Okay.
We're going to do some chicken.
Yum.
Chicken.
Is that the Asian term for chicken?
And then we're going to spoon on, drizzle on some teriyaki sauce. And some peanut sauce.
Oh my gosh. And are these just like store-bought?
Nicely done.
Teriyaki.
Very nice. Wow. Yeah, you can buy these, or I have
what about her?
Actually, these are
not so good. Not
also
so good.
Very nice. I like you both equally.
Why is it always a competition with you?
See, I'm a dad. You have to kind of know how to handle these
You have to treat us like
You're
children.
Both equally loved.
I know. All right. John, that is really sad, but that's how we are. It's sad.
Right.
What is the Elizabeth Reese Show?
Starring John Hansen.
All right, and sprinkle on a little cheese under the broiler for 30 seconds, back out. Asian nachos.
Asian nachos. Okay, we're going to try these.
Yeah.
Ready? Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yes.
Mine broke off.
There we go. We don't like to pull these right out of the camera shot. Okay, this looks good.
Well, when it looks this good, I really don't care.
Ooh, I really like that.
That's a yum taste, isn't it?
Very unique.
That is yummy. Those rice chips.
Unique.
Well, no, I mean, it's like,
It's like an Asian salad on a nacho. With no lettuce.
You know what I was thinking?
Huh.
And it wasn't very descriptive. I was like, that tastes like an Asian nacho.
Right.
But that really doesn't.
That's what it is.
Mission accomplished, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Well handled, John. Okay.
Let's go to France.
Say you're going to have some guys over for the game, and you want to make some nachos, and so these are French. Well, you would make these for guys.
You want to say parlez-vous français, guys?
Let's have an announcement.
Guys, come on home.
You would make these. Ladies make this for scrapbooking things.
Or book club.
Right, book club.
Twin Cities Live Book Club.
All right, we're going to start with potato
chips. Guys can make it for their scrapbook parties, too.
You're right. I stand corrected. All right, so we're going to use Lay's kettle chips.
Nice.
Because it's kind of, you want some potato with your French,
But why not the regular chips?
Because they're too soft.
That's one of the don'ts. That's one of the don'ts.
They get
regular
too
chips.
You got to use kettle. It doesn't have to be Lay's, but any kind of kettle chip, right? A good hearty one.
Nice hearty chip. Okay, just lay on some Swiss cheese.
If they have clear value, I think I might give that a go.
Well, there's a real shocker.
Right, so and make sure this are some little holes so it doesn't get soggy. Again, there's another do or don't. We're going to sprinkle, if you want, a little blue cheese.
I want. Do it.
Okay, for a little extra kick.
What did you get something green on there?
Well, it's blue cheese.
Oh, no. No, John had a little chive on there or something.
Oh.
I'm just helping you out.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay, good.
All right, now
really
for
picking
toppings.
on me today,
No,
Rob.
I'm not.
For toppings, we're going to do some shrimp, and we're going to do some
love
bay
it.
scallops.
Yeah,
Just
you're excited
sprinkle
about
these
this.
in.
Okay.
And then
did
if you
not know,
want, you can do some veal, which is kind of very French and cool.
Wow.
Maybe I'm not super familiar with my French cooking, but I did not know like shrimp and scallops would represent France.
They do today.
They do today.
Okay.
I think it's
That's
the
what
blue
we
cheese.
have.
What did you do
I thought
with
only
this?
toast and fries did.
Yeah, once again, we would put the chips on, cheese, melt, come back out, put the toppings on.
And then put the rest of
and
the
then
toppings
just these are some caramelized onions. We're going to sprinkle these on.
Nice.
You can add a little bit more cheese if you want. Put them in the
voila.
oven. Actually, one more
Is
thing.
that
I
voila?
forgot.
That's very
I
good.
forgot
Oh
the
my
key thing.
gosh.
We're going to sprinkle on some blue cheese dressing.
Blue cheese dressing.
Kind of like your sausage, kind of just droop that on like that.
Oh my gosh. This is very French.
There you go.
This is what they eat in Paris. Okay.
This is absolutely. You go to Paris, you say, "I'll have the regular meal."
But I want the French nachos, right?
Yeah, I'll have the French nachos.
No, these we're giving the big thumbs up.
You're gonna get some of that shrimp action, my friend.
Getting in there.
And like all nachos, they should be served hot. These are kind of lukewarm.
I think that's really good, though. I love the potato chip with the blue cheese.
Yeah,
is
that's a good
outstanding.
thing.
Yeah, that's really good. I like
All
that
right.
shrimp.
Now, there are 1 billion Indians in the world, and we're going to make some Indian nachos for them.
All right. Shout
The
out to the
tricky
Indians.
part, and this was that they don't do a lot of cheese.
Right.
They don't do a lot of meat. So already in nacho land, you're kind of in trouble. So we're going to cheat a little.
Nacho Land is a really great place.
We're going to start with, these are called papadums, and they start like this.
Yep.
But you hold that, and that's what they look like. And then you microwave them, and they turn into this.
Really
And then you can break them apart.
Papadum.
Right, papadum.
This is what you get at
break
Indian
that,
restaurants.
Break that, right.
Okay.
And that becomes your chip. It's actually,
Nice.
I wouldn't eat it like that, but
I just did.
I think you're supposed to eat it. Here, try that one.
Okay.
it's good, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's not corn, it's a lentil and chickpea flour.
Nice. All right.
So, we're going to
Interesting.
cheat. We're going to add just a little bit of just regular cheese because you got to have a little bit of gooiness in nachos.
Yes.
A little bit. And then this is called paneer.
I
This is
love
the kind
this.
of cheese that they use. And it won't really melt, but it'll give it a nice, authentic flavor.
Yeah.
Then we'll melt that, come back out. We're
Yep.
going to spoon over. This is just chicken curry you can get at Cub.
Check this out.
This is chicken tandoori chef.
Tandoor chef, yeah.
You just sprinkle that over.
So it's the
and
real
then-
authentic stuff.
I got this actually at an Indian store.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, in Eden
This
Prairie,
is good,
Indian
I bet.
Spice Island or whatever.
Okay.
And then we're gonna hit this with some
Smells
cashews.
good.
Cashews are a big part of Indian cooking.
I love this. This is awesome. And then here, I'm going to hold this up. This is what you end up with.
That's
These
right.
nachos after they've been in the oven.
Gotta taste this. This
Try
one
that,
is the
John.
most intriguing to me. It smells
Yeah,
really
this
good.
looks really good. Really, really good. What do you think?
That's really good.
It's really good.
It's tasty.
It's like, I love the little
I
bit of
think
paneer
you've
on there.
really got four very distinct nachos here, and four that are very much. I don't know about the French thing because I don't know how close the shrimp and everything. I don't
But
care.
inspired. It's inspiration, don't you
But
think?
I think it's so close to what you typically would think for breakfast, for Asian, for Indian food. It's so good.
Awesome,
Thank you.
Rob. Thank you
Nice
so
job.
much. Hey, we've got all these recipes on KSTP.com. You click on Twin Cities Live, then you go to our Eat page. Okay.